Over the last series, we followed 4 women whose lives had been blighted by anorexia nervosa. With specialist guidance, the group underwent step-by-step challenges to help them take back control of their lives. Today, they face their biggest challenge yet, to order and eat several courses at a restaurant. For anorexia sufferers, eating out and relinquishing control of the contents of the exact meal they're eating can be a massive step to recovery. Rachel embraces the task wholeheartedly.
And for main, I'm going to challenge myself and have a vegetable and pesto lasagna. Pasta has been my fear food. That's one thing I cut out.
Can I have the smoked haddock for a main course?
Elaine is embracing her newfound food freedom.
I wouldn't normally have something with a sauce. Goes against everything that was normal to me, so I'm looking forward to tasting it.
Although Fiona was eating at meal times, her portion sizes were extremely small. Now that's changing.
If you compare the fish element of what I've got today, the portion size compared to what I had, there is a big difference.
This meal has got Rebecca to face up to her food fears and overcome them.
It's just a huge step, and I'm just so proud of, I think, myself and everybody here that we've actually, we can do this.
They even stretch themselves to try dessert and are enjoying the sweetness of life once more.
I feel as though I've been given a second chance, really enjoying life again and just seeing all the good things that I can do. Physically, I just feel so much better. I've got energy, I just feel alive.
There is life after an eating disorder. Life doesn't actually stop, life begins when you say goodbye to the eating disorder.
I don't want to lose any more of my life just having all these hang-ups and issues around food. I'm absolutely ready to say goodbye to anorexia.
Cheers!
The positive news is that a year down the line, the group are all trying to keep up a healthy diet, and although it can still be a struggle, they've hopefully managed to put anorexia behind them.
It's been 12 months since we last saw Gillian, and it's been a year of change.
The biggest change since leaving the house is my energy levels. I've got more energy to play with the girls. I've got more energy to have fun and just be like a normal 20-something-year-old.
Having survived on a steady stream of fizzy drinks, this now bonny lass is on a much healthier regime.
I'm eating so much more now. I'm able to enjoy some foods and start getting the pleasure out of some foods. Now I don't substitute fizzy drinks for meals. Now I take actual calories in. My 6-year-old always tells me if I have fizzy drinks, she always gives me a row saying, "Mummy, that's not good, your bones are rotting."
That shocking revelation after the scan has stayed with Gillian, and she's determined to turn things round.
I've been working hard to put that right by putting the weight on and keeping it on, exercise, increasing the calcium in my diet, and hopefully I'll have done some good. Now I'm exercising. I've got a goal to run the London Marathon next year.
Gillian's really starting to feel the benefits.
As my weight's increased, so has my confidence levels. I feel so much happier and more content with myself. I'm more confident to go out and do things for myself. I feel more womanly than I did. I don't look like a 10-year-old boy anymore. A year ago, I was wearing age 9 to 10 clothes, which is the size of this, which is scary because it's not that far off what my daughter wears now, and she's only 6. She's wearing age 7 to 8.
But these days, the high street's her oyster.
I can go into any shop and just get a normal size 8, and it's so much better. I do feel like a completely different person.
It's been an up and down year for Heather. Shortly after leaving the feeding clinic, she split with Maddie's father. But for the first time, she's not resorting to old habits.
Normally when something traumatic happens, I tend to turn to food, just because it makes me feel better, but instead this time, I've handled it totally different. I've not gone straight to the fridge.
And since ditching the convenience food, Heather's using her new kitchen skills.
Mine and Maddie's diet has changed quite drastically. Instead of eating processed foods like we used to, we try and get fresh vegetables. We have a lot of fruit. I try to cook a bit more as well. I'm not the best chef in the world, but I'm trying, and Maddie loves it.
That's a big one.
It is a big one, that one, isn't it?
Like mother, like daughter. The change in Maddie is amazing.
When I look at Maddie, I can see that she's a different child to how she was. Before, she used to be a total nightmare, running riot, whereas now I've got the energy to keep up with her. And I'm really proud because she's not going to go to school now overweight like I was dreading, thinking that she was going to get bullied like I did. Since leaving the diet house, I feel a lot more confident within myself. I'm more confident in my body.
It's made her more confident than she ever was before. Her skin is so much better, her mannerisms are so much better. She's a lot better in herself.
I'm a total different person and I'm actually enjoying life, whereas before I was dreading getting up in the morning. Now I have something to get up for and I thoroughly enjoy it.
After a year away from the diet clinic, it's time for the girls to meet up with Dr. Christian.
Heather and Gillian were two people who needed to make some major changes to their diet and their lifestyle, so I'm really excited to see how they're doing 1 year on. It is good to see you again, it really is. It's been a year. Seems like a very short time though to me, but I think there's been big changes.
Yeah, there has.
Tell me about it.
I'm eating better, I've got much more energy, I'm more confident now. It's just a complete life change. It's like I've stepped out of my shoes into someone else's and it's a much better place.
Come on in, this is Gillian. Gillian, this is Heather. I mean, you've had a bit of a roller coaster year, haven't you, if we're honest? It's been ups and downs and things, so it's been difficult. How have you managed to fit in with the whole diet plan?
I think the hardest thing was the breakdown in my marriage, and I don't know, my self-confidence was a lot more than it was last year, so I think I handled it a lot better than I would have done.
And did things slip a little bit then or not?
At the minute I seem to have come to a bit of a standstill, but I recently started going to the gym and I actually enjoy it. I was quite shocked.
The girls need to see how they've got on in terms of numbers. Given the year she's had, Heather's old eating habits would have seen her gain weight. However, she's managed to keep her weight stable at 18 stone 10, which is positive news. And it's positive too for Gillian. She's gained weight and is now 8 stone 2 pounds, which keeps her within a healthy BMI, and that's not the only good news.
What I'm really happy to say is we sent you off for a bone scan again, just to check that things were okay, and your bone density where we scanned it this time was normal. What more could a doctor want? That's a success, so I'm delighted. And with you, Heather, this is not a race. You know, you clearly are now eating more healthily. You clearly have so much more self-esteem. The gym is the next bit. You're going to get fitter and you will get healthier. Are you going to keep this up?
Definitely. It is a life-changing thing. I'm never going to revert back to what I was.
And Gillian, what about you?
No going back either. I had forgotten how good it feels to feel good. The last 12 months have been so positive. I've changed emotionally and physically, and I'm just going to keep going the way I'm going.
A lot's happened in the past 12 months. I'm just pleased that I didn't revert back to how I used to be. And I've started the gym now, been going about a month, so hopefully we'll start to see the effects of that.